Pike stretch, standing, single leg elevated, block crush. The single leg elevated block crush pike stretch is an excellent exercise for improving posterior chain mobility and increasing core compression strength. It's also a neat little progression towards the head to toe stretch. You can experiment with different elevation heights, working from a low step up to a high box that places the leg parallel to the floor. The higher the box, the harder the movement, as you'll have less gravity assisting you. Place one foot on top of the elevated surface and keep this leg straight. Dorsiflex the ankle to pull your toe up towards your knee. It can be helpful to contract the quad and shin muscles to keep the knee locked and pull you deeper into the stretch. Place a yoga block on top of your thigh. Hinge at the hips to crush the yoga block between your thigh and your belly. The opposite foot remains on the floor and we aim to keep this leg straight. You can turn the rear foot out slightly to offer more stability. From here, lean forward and grab the bottom of your foot with your hands. You can choose to use your hands to pull you deeper into the stretch. This is an excellent way to lengthen the posterior chain further, but it will limit the strength gains in core compression. The goal is to crush the yoga block between your belly and thigh. At the same time, you're trying to lengthen your spine and move your chest towards your foot. You can perform pulsing repetitions, isometric holds, or a combination of the two. Focus on contracting your hip flexors and lower abdominals to pull yourself deeper into the stretch. Also try to tilt the pelvis forward into as much anterior pelvic tilt, APT, as possible. Imagine the pelvis is a bowl of water and you're trying to tip the water out the front of the pelvis. As an added bonus, you can also remove the yoga block and perform an isometric hold at the end of the exercise. You should find that you can go a little deeper without the yoga block. It's a neat little trick that confuses the nervous system and gives us a little more range. I'd suggest doing 20 to 30 pulsing reps, then a 10 to 15 second isometric hold by crushing the yoga block, then remove the yoga block and perform another 10 to 15 second isometric hold. Repeat on the opposite side. Note that this stretch can be pretty painful, especially if you're using your hands to pull the foot into dorsiflexion. Experiment with it and take it slow. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel.